So we always ask kids, what were you thinking? You know, they do something dumb, they do something ridiculous, they do something that's wrong, and we say, what in the world were you thinking? And the answer is always the same, and the answer is pretty simple, regardless of whether or not they recognize it or not. The reason they've done it is because they wanted to do it. No matter how dumb it might be, no matter how cruel it might be, no matter how wrong it might be, they did it because they wanted, in that moment, it seemed to them something that was desirable and something they wanted to do. And really, that's true of us all. And it's really hard for us to admit that we do most things because we want to. Most often, we excuse or blame, we throw off why we've done something. We have a dozen excuses for why it was rational. We have a dozen blames for why somebody else was really the problem and not we ourselves. But here's the thing. Wisdom calls that person a fool who just does foolish things because they enjoy foolishness. It's one of the hallmarks of a fool. Proverbs 10:23 says, shameful conduct is a pleasure to a fool. A fool wants to do it. Actually, they really enjoy seeing other people be foolish and seeing themselves foolish. They enjoy that kind of thing. Proverbs 15:14 says, the mouth of a fool feeds on foolishness. That is, that's where they get their energy. That's where they get their sustenance. That's where they get their life, is by foolishness. Proverbs 15:21 says, foolishness brings joy to the one who has no sense. And Hebrews even says that there's a passing pleasure in sin. And that's why we do so many wrong things, is because we want to, because we enjoy it, because there is some sort of pleasure in it, no matter how much we don't want to admit that. That is the truth. And Proverbs says that's a fool. The fool constantly is developing and increasing in a joy for the wrong things. And unfortunately, that's kind of the world we live in. That people just want what they want, when they want it, how they want it. Well, wisdom says that that's a sure way to foolishness if you continue to cultivate that joy, that pleasure in foolish things.